Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, the shooting death of a Bradenton boy. The
Bradenton Police Department investigating a deadly shooting with a juvenile victim. Police say a boy shot his brother on 12th Avenue West this afternoon. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates is joining us live from the scene with more details this evening. Bobeth.
Well, Haley and Scott, what we do know is that that child has been officially pronounced dead. Now, if you look right here behind me, you see this entire area has been roped off as detectives continue to look into the matter. Now, what we do know is that this started around 1 p.m. earlier today when 911 dispatchers say they received a call reporting a shooting. Now, officials say when they arrived on scene, they found a boy that had been shot in the head, and apparently the shooter of that was his brother. Now, the incident took place at the home behind me, and according to the Bradenton Police Department detectives, they have interviewed family members and witnesses, and so far it appears that the shooting was an accident. Officials say the boy was shot in the head and transported to the Manatee Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Now, this entire ordeal has neighbors reacting. What do you think?
Well, I'm thinking everybody needs to keep those weapons out of their reach, because they need to be safe. You don't want this to happen. You don't want this to happen to anybody.
And I just feel very heartbroken about that, about a sibling shooting another sibling. So I think it's very heartbreaking.
Again, just as a recap, there was a shooting here in West Bradenton where a sibling apparently accidentally shot his other sibling in the head. That child has since been pronounced dead. Now, Bradenton Police Department is saying we need to use this incident to remind gun owners that they need to lock up their weapons to make sure they're out of reach of any children, because accidents like this can occur. Bobeth Yates reporting live in Bradenton. Back to you.
All right, Bobeth, thank you so much. A long-running legal battle between the city of Sarasota and the ACLU over homelessness is now over. Today, a federal judge approved a settlement between the city and the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida. The vice president of the ACLU filed the suit 2 years ago on behalf of 6 homeless individuals for police citing people who were sleeping outdoors when shelters were at their capacity. The lawsuit also criticized the city's panhandling ordinance, claiming it was unconstitutional. As part of this settlement, the city agreed to pay each plaintiff $1,000 and $27,000 for attorney fees and costs. Today, City Manager Tom Barwin released a statement saying, in part, the agreement brings to a close the unwarranted case by the ACLU. He also invited the ACLU and others to raise money for support programs to return individuals to healthy and productive lifestyles.
Drowning is all too common on the Sun Coast. The Northport Police Department says it has responded to 5 near drownings and 1 fatal drowning since 2014. Most of the cases involve small children. Drowning is the leading cause of unintentional death of children ages 1 to 4. To raise awareness, officers will be hosting a pool and safety fun day this Saturday at the Northport YMCA pool. Parents will be able to learn about safety equipment and precautions that you should take when your little ones are near the water.
As the Lido Beach shoreline continues to recede, some residents worry more damage could be done during the upcoming offshore races. Thousands of people are expected to jam Lido Beach to see those powerboats.
In the past, visitors have trampled on sand dunes, damaging the vegetation and furthering that beach erosion. But this year, the county is trying to put an end to that. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick is joining us live with what Sarasota County and a group of volunteers are doing to help combat this issue. Jess.
Good evening, Haley and Scott. I'm told that this year the boats will be even bigger than last year. About 60 of them are expected to take to the water for these boat races. But it's not the boats that these community members are worried about. It's the 10,000 people that these races draw to Lido Beach. While Camille Schwabe is excited that Sarasota is hosting the boat races, she's worried that there's not enough beach to host everyone.
The concern will be to protect the existing dunes. There'll be shots of pathways that have been made in the past that you should not use.
When beachgoers cut through the dunes on Lido Beach, even on these sandy paths, it makes the beach more susceptible to damage and erosion.
The dune systems are really formed by wind-blown sand accumulating over many, many years, and really what holds that in place is the dune vegetation. So when people are walking across the dunes, they're actually killing off the vegetation.
This July 4th weekend, Sarasota County and the Lido Key Residents Association have a game plan.
One of the new real key things that we're trying to do this year is actively start to educate the public on why we're taking these measures.
These signs were put up all across Lido Beach. In addition, rope is going up to protect the dunes along Benjamin Franklin Parkway. And temporary fencing will go up along both sides of the dune system near the beach and the parking lots. The Lido Key Residents Association is looking for volunteers to direct visitors onto the right pathways, away from the dunes.
Of course, we ask our residents of Lido Key to participate and volunteer and help, but it's not just our beach. It's the city's beach, it's the city's citizens' beach.
And so Lido Beach doesn't look like Siesta Key did on Memorial Day weekend. The county is taking preventative measures, like placing these signs across the beach.
We're going to be handing out trash bags to large parties. So this way we can try to encourage them to utilize those bags rather than leaving things on the beach.
It's a joint effort that needs the public's help to keep our beaches and coastlines healthy this holiday weekend. For those of you who are already coming out to watch the boat races, Lido Key Residents tasks, they help them out while you're watching them to direct people to the right paths. If you're interested in doing that, you're asked to call the Lido Key Residents Association or Sarasota County. Live on Lido Key, Jess Daldrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. A beautiful day on our beaches, but rain is still falling across much of the northern Gulf Coast as now Tropical Depression Cindy pushes farther inland. The storm made landfall early this morning over western Louisiana near the Texas border. It has already dumped nearly a foot of rain from East Texas to the Florida Panhandle, while parts of Louisiana were evacuated due to flooding.
Thank God it wasn't no big old storm. That's the life we choose, our business is down here and our home's down here, and that's what it is. Rita took everything, I took everything.
Storm is blamed for the death of a 10-year-old boy who was hit by a log that washed ashore in Alabama. Millions of people inland are now bracing for flooding and even possible tornadoes.
That flooding can be really difficult to navigate. I mean, they're lucky that it wasn't, Bob, a worse storm, but it was pretty intense as far as the rainfall.
Yeah, the rain is always a big story when it comes to these early season storms because the atmosphere not quite there ready as the big ones move in August and September. But the water temperatures, too, are now just minimal as far as the amount of energy in the water temperature. Usually during August, September, the water temperature 90 degrees and sometimes even a little warmer than that. Right now into the mid-80s, so it didn't help the system intensify, which is a good thing. It did bring a lot of heavy rainfall to this area. I know that we talked about this earlier. Speaking of heavy rain with a tropical system in June, you take a look at Allison back in 2001 when it had 40 inches of rain, just kind of hung out there right by Houston for 4 days. So this one thankfully moved on and has moved along. It's in northeast Texas now. It will continue to move off toward the northeast where it will still produce a lot of rainfall, but it's moving at a pretty good clip and will continue to do so, eventually exiting off in through West Virginia and the mid-Atlantic coast states there. As far as we're concerned, we're staying high and dry here as some high pressure builds back in. Things are looking really good for this weekend as we kick off the Grand Prix festivities, the offshore races with a golf tournament on Saturday. More in the forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. The Latino population in Florida keeps getting bigger. Jacksonville led the state in Latino population growth from 2015 to 2016. That's according to the U.S. Census, which found the counties with the next fastest growing growth rates were counties on the outskirts of Tampa and Orlando, while Miami-Dade County continues to be home to Florida's largest Latino community, with Latinos making up 2/3 of the county's overall population.
Are you California dreaming? Well, the start of next year, you can get a direct flight from Tampa to the Golden State. Southwest Airlines announcing today it's adding a new nonstop route that will connect Tampa with San Diego. The flight comes with an introductory sale with fares as low as $99. Those flights will begin on January 8th.
Sounds great. An art collection that unites 3 cities in our region will open this week at the Ringling Museum of Art in Sarasota. The Skyway Contemporary Collaboration is a joint art exhibit between the Ringling, the MFA St. Pete, and the Tampa Museum of Art. It's the first time all 3 venues will have worked on an exhibit together. All of the artwork was created by artists from the greater Tampa Bay area. The exhibit received 300 submissions, and of those, only 57 were chosen.
It was a really tough jurying process, and it really made us aware of just the amazing amount of work that's being done here, the incredible artists we actually have in our community.
The exhibit will open this Saturday, June 24th, and will run through October 15th.
Something to check out.
Great project, yeah.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Senate Republicans unveil their version of the health care bill, but not all Republicans are on board.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, experts call into question the safety of water births, what risk it could pose, coming up in Health Smart.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
We're getting into the dog days of summer. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. You don't have to leave your four-legged friends at home. We're celebrating Take Your Dog to Work Day, and there will be plenty of pooches. We'll also learn about Fire and Light, a method of painting for artists who love color. Plus a teen show choir performance, a McCurdy's comedy headliner, and Geyer's Sausage Kitchen in our kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC 7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC 7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
The much-anticipated Senate GOP health care bill was unveiled today, but it may be dead on arrival.
Several Republican senators don't like it, joining Democrats who are angry about the bill being drafted behind closed doors. ABC's Kenneth Moten has details on the backlash.
Capitol Hill protest over the newly revealed Senate GOP health care plan. Capitol Police dragging demonstrators. Even blood was drawn in the struggle to remove protesters, many in wheelchairs, from the entrance of Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's office. McConnell on the Senate floor at the time.
Obamacare is a direct attack on the middle class,
The Senate plan to overhaul the Affordable Care Act eliminates Obamacare's mandate for Americans to have insurance, allows states to apply for waivers to opt out of covering essential health benefits like maternity and drug abuse care, but protects coverage of pre-existing conditions, eventually calls for deeper cuts to Medicaid, and defunds Planned Parenthood and restricts abortion coverage. President Trump looking ahead to negotiations.
We'd love to have some Democrat support, but they're obstructionists. They'll never support. We won't get one, no matter how good it is.
Democrats jumping on Trump's comment that the House version of the bill was, quote, mean. The Senate plan they call meaner.
This is a nasty bill, and they're trying to cover it up with little things here and there.
If the bill passes, it's back to the House.
So sad, Mr. President. Heartless, mean and heartless. And this is the same thing. It's the same thing all over again.
I want them to pass the bill so we can all get on with keeping our promise.
And at this point, Republicans do not have the votes to get this bill passed. They can only lose 2 votes, but several GOP senators have already come out against the plan. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Bob, it's a hot one today.
Yeah.
The sun did come out.
Starting to get back to more of a normal pattern here as a result of Cindy making landfall, weakening, and we're looking at showers and storms starting to develop again on that southeast flow around an area of high pressure. But the Casey Key webcam also showing the sea conditions starting to calm down a bit. The Rip Current Advisory, which had been in effect for a couple of days, has long gone, and now the waves are starting to calm down a little bit more so here along area beaches. They're still up at times, but we're looking for great weather as we push toward the weekend, too. And looks like the beach weather will stay with us. Well, the weather headlines read like this. Cindy making landfall earlier this morning, bringing basically some heavy rainfall, but it's weakening now. And it's going to stay warm and dry here, basically. Warm and dry in that throughout most of the morning and early afternoon, it will be warm and it will be dry. But in the afternoon, showers scattered about will be a possibility right through the weekend. That rain chance, though, below our average for this time of year. Typically, we see a 50 to 60% chance for those afternoon storms. They will be back next week, though, beginning with the work week. A good chance for those late-day storms that will be rather intense, with some intense lightning expected to take place all throughout next week. Cindy losing strength. There's the latest from the Hurricane Center. The winds are down to 15 miles an hour, and it's moving to the northeast, north-northeast at 10. The pressure coming up to at 999 millibars, and it looks as though this thing will eventually dissipate and just to be a cloud maker as it moves through Tennessee and the northeast. But for the time being, still some pretty heavy storms. There's the center right there in the western and northwestern portion of Louisiana tonight near Shreveport, and this line of storms right here producing some possibility of tornadoes. There's a tornado watch in effect for Alabama, Mississippi, all the way over just north of New Orleans tonight. Showers are starting to pop up here and there. You can see that activity moving from the southeast to the northwest into Northport. The atmosphere not all that juiced up right now, but just enough to create some showers with temperatures reaching in the low 90s today. Enough heat to create the lift, and then a little convergence set up with a little bit of a sea breeze developing, but a brief shower near Northport, also some into portions of east and southeastern Manatee County. Currently at the airport and out into the Gulf of Mexico and over the bay, it looks pretty nice. Sunny and 88 degrees. If factor in the humidity, it's 99. That's what it feels like out there. And as far as temperatures go, all into the upper 80s across most of the peninsula. Cooler in Pensacola at 85. And the water temperature really warming up, 87 degrees now. And 93, though, in Arcadia, 94 in Sebring, and 94 in Lake Placid. Friday's forecast, look for a mixture of sun and clouds. Another day like today. Now, there is a slight chance for a late-day shower or two. Not much out there. The better chance for rain comes late Sunday, but more so early next week. The heat is on, still out west. It's cooler a little bit, 110 in Phoenix, 88 in Chicago, so it's the same in Sarasota and Chicago temperature-wise. 68 degrees over Minneapolis, much cooler over the northern Plains states, 75 in Billings, and 87 in the nation's capital. Well, there's that cold front making its way through the Great Lakes, cooling things down there, and the moisture continuing to stream up into the mid-Mississippi Valley now, associated with what's left of Cindy as it makes its way off to the north-northeast. Southeast winds for boaters tomorrow, 10 to 15 knots. The seas will be 2 to 3 feet, and a light to moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature 87, and that's what pretty much the air temperature will be tomorrow at the area beaches. As tides go, for Sarasota Bay, low tide at 7:28, and sunset will be at 8:28. Forecast tonight, partly cloudy, some scattered storms, warm and muggy. 76 for your low tomorrow. Another hot and humid day with a slight chance for a late-day shower. 92 for your high. The extended forecast does call for better chances for scattered showers, but not until after really the weekend is over. And then We'll get into that big area of showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening, Monday through Thursday of next week. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. And Suncoast Traffic Watch. No crashes in the area right now, but we're seeing the typical congestion along the northbound lanes of I-75. This is from Bee Ridge to Fruitville Road, something we see just about every evening. And remember, when there is a bad crash or traffic issue on the Suncoast, you can find out about it instantly. All you have to do is download our My Suncoast app. You'll get traffic alerts, important news updates, and weather forecasts delivered directly to your phone. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In Health News tonight, cases of a certain bacterial infection are bringing into question the safety of water births. People pick up Legionnaire's disease at hotels, gyms, even hospitals. But in 2 cases in Arizona last year, babies born in home tubs contracted the disease. It's basically a bacterial form of pneumonia. It is spread through contaminated water, but not person to person. In the case of water births, many women are using tap water, which is not sterile, and Legionella bacteria can grow in plumbing systems. The American Congress of Obstetricians and Gynecologists recommendations from them say that it is okay for women to start labor in water, but they recommend against it for the actual birth. Tick-borne diseases are on the rise. There have been 5 tick-borne diseases identified for the first time in the U.S. since 2009. One reason for the increase is the rising tick population. It's been spurred by an increase in prey animal populations. Deer ticks feed primarily on deer and mice. Those populations have been growing in recent years. So your best defense is checking yourself and your kids for ticks after spending time outside. A CDC advisory committee recommends once again that Flu Mist, the nasal spray vaccine, not be used during the upcoming flu season. Last year, a study by the company that makes Flu Mist found it to be 46% effective compared with the flu shots, 65% effectiveness. The parent company is working to find out why it is less effective. In the meantime, flu experts say you are better off braving the shot. Dogs do it, but would you drink toilet water? A new way the company is trying to reuse water. And this surveillance footage brings new meaning to getting caught with your pants down. Those stories straight ahead.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Players Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
This year's Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix will feature 2 full days of racing off Lido Beach on July 1st and 2nd. Meet race teams up close during the Boats on Main downtown block party on Friday, June 30th. Don't miss the Grand Prix Fan Fest on July 1st and 2nd, where you can see race boats launch and watch the races live from under a large tent. There will be music, food, fan zones, and vendors. VIP race day viewing tickets are available at SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me.
Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
It does things that seem impossible, feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
2 people are recovering in the hospital tonight after the scaffolding they were working on collapsed in Philadelphia.
Authorities say a supporting line holding the scaffold, which was suspended almost 30 feet above an adjacent roof, snapped. Luckily, authorities believe the people on the scaffolding were able to make it up to the roof before it fell. Inspectors are looking into what may have caused this collapse.
Don't be caught with your pants down. A burglar in Palm Beach County has literally been caught with the trousers down. The sheriff's office releasing surveillance video that shows the suspect suffering a wardrobe malfunction while he made for his getaway vehicle after robbing more than $500 worth of items from the backseat of an unlocked car. Sheriff's deputies are asking for help identifying these burglars.
Would you drink a glass of wastewater turned into drinking water? Toilet to tap is the less than appealing nickname given to wastewater that has been treated so it can be recycled for human use. A California company has a plant that purifies wastewater and pumps it back into the groundwater supply for about a decade now. Now the county is working to convince the public that the water is clean and safe to drink by giving away free ice-cold bottles of water for people to taste.
If someone put that down and it wasn't on promotion said, would you like to try that? I'd be thinking, no. Really? But I think because of the promotion and they've actually stood there drinking it themselves, and the promoting guys are drinking it, and after tasting it myself, it's absolutely fine. I was thinking, you know, do you actually get bits of poo in here? And he said, absolutely not.
Surely not. We hope so. Orange County is expanding its operations, but the Water District has no plans to actually bottle that water. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical, but I guess you have to be open to those kind of recycling things. Well, as scary as it looks, this creepy looking fish is completely harmless. Officials say the so-called lampreys have become more visible in California's Feather River. The fish has always lived there, but the Oroville Dam crisis 4 months ago allowed it to expand. Lampreys can grow up to 3 feet, but their food is only other fish. The fish is a parasite that latches onto other types of wildlife and marine life.
South Florida Museum of Bradenton is on the hunt for a few new employees, and the job requirements are unique. The museum is looking for Snooty the Manatee mascots. They need a few dedicated, talented volunteers to wear a Snooty costume and then help the museum staff and supporters teach the public about these lovable sea cows. The real Snooty will turn 69 years old this July, and he holds, of course, the world record as the oldest living manatee in captivity. Mascot applications must be submitted by June 30th.
Not a bad volunteer gig. Might be kind of fun. Depends on the costume, how heavy it is in the middle of summer here.
Yeah, outside.
Maybe if your appearances are indoors. Has to be.
Yeah.
Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, Suncoast homeowners are quite upset.
You're trying to make a nice home for yourself, and you have strangers coming out here with disregard for any rules in the park.
What's going on at that nearby county park that's leaving houses damaged? The story coming up.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing, but sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knock in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, Super Stunt Performance, live in the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.